Hi guys. Hi. So today we're gonna talk about the things I learned in 2018. I think this is my first time talking a lot, so I hope it's not weird and I hope I don't come off super awkward. I'm ready to just, talk. Honestly, this year has been a lot. I'm gonna pick only the top 11 what I learned this year and try to connect all of them together. Let's go. Number 1. Passion is the nourishment of the soul, even when it gets hard. Honestly, for some people, passion is the only thing that's keeping them alive. It makes you feel like you're living because you're doing things that you like. I know things can get hard sometimes. Maybe you like acting, maybe you like mathematics, I don't know. Your passion is still a journey. Sometimes in journeys you have ups and downs, and sometimes maybe your passion will fail you. If you don't know me, I really love acting, and it's one of my greatest passion ever. I want to improve myself every single month, every single day as an actress. With me with acting, maybe one day I will act badly and I think, oof, maybe this thing I'm not really good at. Maybe I should just drop it. No, don't do that. I chose acting because it's not an innate talent. It's a talent that took years to develop. It's not from the first year, the second year I acknowledged myself because I knew I had a lot to learn. It took years for me to acknowledge that, hi, I'm an actress. Because I know what I can put on the table when you hire me. That's self-acknowledgement. You don't have to doubt yourself anymore. It's not that I was good at it. It's not that I don't have failures or doubts about my passion or talent or dream. It's because despite having failures, nights where I can't do this, in spite of these things, I was unstoppable. I still continued on, and that's great. It's normal. Just don't stop. Number 2. You know yourself more than anyone, and what other people say doesn't define you. I've learned towards years and years. What I mean by that, with the era of social media and everything, it's easier for people to get to know you. It's really common for people to develop an idea of who you are just by looking at you. They judge you in the way you dress, they judge you in the way you walk, the way you carry yourself. Do you smile? Do you not smile? How do you laugh? Basically, what people judge about you is either good or bad. I'm always in that spectrum where people think I'm really nice, or I'm not. Maybe they think I'm uptight. It's hard to control that. At the end of the day, you know who you are. You know what you do, you know what you like, your intentions are of doing that action or that behavior. Everything I do, I try to keep it very mindful. I don't like being unkind, but some people are like that. The thing is, what people are saying are usually from people who doesn't know you, doesn't know what you do every day, doesn't know what type of personality you have, Aquarius, how you interact with people, how do you laugh, how do you talk. These people usually don't know you personally. At the end of the day, you know who you are, and what they think, the people who don't know you, shouldn't be able to have power over you by what they say, because you know it's not true. Even if people heard something about me, whether it's good or bad, again, I know that my friends will always be there for me. Even if my friends heard it, they'd be like, no, that's not Mimie. Or maybe they can be like, yeah, that sounds like Mimie, Because I know my close friends know me inside and out. They've seen me being vulnerable and somehow think I'm the greatest person out there still. How? Honestly, that's the only thing that matters. Number 3. I learned we should make more effort in knowing why people are the way they are. It's hard out there for other people. There's this saying that you already know. Be nice to everyone because everyone is fighting their own struggles. It's so cliche. It's cliche because it's true. Some people are so angry, but at the same time, when you get to know them, understand why they are the way they are, you're like, oh, that's why. If a person A acts angry towards me and I don't understand why, I will become angry too. I don't mind if you're mad with me, but if you don't give a reason why, I'm not gonna respect you for it. Sometimes people are so happy, sometimes people are so sad. When you do understand, you tend to empathize with them because you know how it feels to be in their shoes, and you know why they are the way they are, why they are acting like that. You feel a lot better, honestly. Communication is important, being able to empathize with them is important, but thirdly, honestly, even though you understand them, that's not a reason for someone to have a bad attitude towards you. There's a limit, there's a line. Just be nice. Number 4. It's not selfish to put yourself first, aka self-care. Sometimes life just happens and it tests us in all type of ways. People we love will leave, people that we trust will disappoint us, our dreams won't work out, we get sick and burnt out. But remember, all these times, you are the only person that's there for you. Your friends can be there, encourage you, but at the same time, the true healing is yourself. Your friends can only do so much, and I know that. Please don't abandon yourself when life gets hard. It's the time you need yourself the most. You are the only person who can pick yourself back up. What I learned is that self-care isn't just scented candles. No. Honestly, a big part of self-care is self-discipline. With self-discipline, you don't let yourself go back to the past or go back to the thing that's hurting you. Holding on to something constantly, you know you're hurting. You love that friend or your lover. Love yourself so much. You don't want to go back to that. Even if it is so hard, you should love yourself enough to know just live in the present. It's not here at the moment for a reason. Number 5. Genuine friends will always be there for you. Oh my god. I love my friends. With me, I have a lot of friends. I have friends. My friend Belle would always be like, why do you keep saying hi even though they're like way over there? I don't know. But the thing is, with me, I have a really small close circle of friends because I just prefer it that way. I find it really hard to give myself to a lot of people. I don't connect with everyone. It's hard for me to open up in a deeper level. I know I'm really hard to maintain a really good relationship with, honestly, because I don't like texting. I'm really not proud of it. I wish I can fix it, but I have anxiety. Why this, that, and a lot of things are going on in my mind. I'd be like, oh, I'll just reply when I feel better, and then I forgot. When I remember, it's like 3 or a week after. I'm like, hi, sorry. I appreciate friends who aren't high maintenance. They don't expect a lot from me. Of course, I will be there when they need me. Especially this year, I went through a lot, especially like towards the end of the year. There comes a time when, of course, all of us will experience where our mind and our hearts just harasses us like daily. I achieved my first lowest of the low ever. It was really bad. In my mind, it was a bad place to be. I was really difficult to deal with. Even I know. I'm the type who bottle up my feelings because I'm always laughing and smiling, okay, everything is good, but that's not healthy. So the thing about me is that I bottle up a lot of things. I find it much I don't want to burden my friends, but I know that my friends don't mind. They prefer me just talking about it rather than just bottling it up and tuck it away in one corner and just let it consume me. Talking about it with my friends who care so much about my well-being, that really encouraged my ability to heal. Every time when I feel so lost, so fleeting, they are the ones who grounds me and they feel like home where warmth is. I really appreciate their existence in my life. I can't tell you enough how much I really appreciate my friends. They're the most crucial people in my life. Sometimes you let yourself be close to people who aren't good for you, and they're pretty toxic, or I don't know how to say it. There are some type of friends who I've met this year, and you probably met yourself, just knows how to suck the life out of you, where they see you as an opportunity to gain a higher social status, an opportunity to be friends with other people, or see you as a bridge to something else. I went through that this year. People see me as this person. They look up to me, but to a point where they think I'm a good opportunity to be around with. It's not a good feeling. I don't contact them that much. I try not to associate myself with them. So be careful about that. Number 6. Self-reflection is so important. It's nice to know that when you do things, you go head on, you're confident in what you do, but at the same time, it's good to reflect on your actions and what you said that certain day. It's good to think back, why did I did that? One thing that I really tried to do this year, I learned to reflect on my accomplishments more. I'm really hard on myself. I try not to compare my journey to other people. You think that is it. Actually, I'm doing a lot of stuff. This year alone, first time I felt burnt out a lot. There's a lot of self-growth there. When I felt burnt out, I'm like, oh, I should chill. Sometimes I forget all of those accomplishments, those little accomplishments enough, or those big ones, I think I'm not doing enough or I'm not grinding enough. And it's easy for me to just drown my thoughts. I have one day of rest, one day of me being in bed, I feel like a failure. You shouldn't be like that because rest is really important. Sleeping and eating well cannot be replaced anything. I don't know, I'm 21. Most of you would be like, you're still young, but I'm in a time zone of my own. Just wish I could do more. This December I decided not to do much. This year alone I had a lot of things I scheduled, like, okay, tomorrow I have this, Saturday I have this, next Monday I have this. It's nice to just have zero in your calendar and just have like, I'm hanging out with Bill today, tomorrow Iya. Especially this semester I had a busy schedule. I couldn't find time with my friends. I'm always around people. I need some time alone, so either I work or I spend for myself. There are times when I get so busy that I can't hang out with them, but even though they get frustrated, they still understand. Yeah, I love my friends a lot. I'll give you pictures here. And number 7, always recheck your intentions, which is the ゚ means recheck your niyat. You should always question yourself, the reason why are you doing this. You agreed to do this something. You're going to put your energy, your time, your effort into it, but why? Is it because you actually love it? You want fame? Is it because of peer pressure? Is it for yourself, for your friends, for the sake of saying yes? Those questions are really, really important. Honestly, when it comes to me, I do question myself a lot because I used to be this type of person who's like, oh, grab all opportunity that you can. As an actress, you need that sort of audience. Every sort of exposure in Brunei, I would want to have, but at the same time I try not to jump on every opportunity because 1, I get burnt out, 2, I don't know what my intention is, because my goal is to improve, not to use it in a certain way, because showing off and showcasing your talent is very different. I don't want my intention to be wrong because it would reflect in what I'm doing is genuine. I would hate that. And also jumping into every type of opportunity, you should think about the reality of things, because when I take an opportunity, I always think about several factors. Myself, like, am I healthy? Am I mentally healthy? Do I want to commit to it? But not also that, I also think about my family, especially my parents. I'm the youngest daughter. I'm the youngest sibling actually, so I'm like the princess. I'm the only one who's not married. So I think about my parents a lot because I don't want them to be lonely, to leave them alone. Our house is so empty because I'm the only one in it. They feel the emptiness more than me. My mom and dad, pension sila. I just want to keep the balance of being a good student, going for my passion, but also I don't want to forget my family. I want to be a good daughter still. When I take an opportunity, I think about myself and also my parents, because you shouldn't forget about your parents, you know. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be from home morning until night, go home just to sleep. I know how important I am to them and I don't want to disappoint them. But of course, there's always a line between going for your dreams and just adhering to what your parents want. But I'm trying to like balance it out. Number 8, I learned that if it makes you hurt more than it makes you happy, leave. That's the thing I learned the most this year, and it's really, really hard to do. Cutting out people in my life hurts for now, but in the long term it would be good for you. For me, time is really, really precious. I don't want to waste my time with the people who is not worth it. It goes back to toxic people who you meet in your life. They're not necessarily toxic, they're human. They make mistakes. It's like a puzzle, you just don't match. And sometimes even when you try so hard to keep them, they're not meant to be there. They serve as a lesson. You shouldn't force something that's meant to go away. Sometimes you may think these people are selfish, or they are selfish. They make a choice to fulfill their own urge without considering what you're feeling. This correlates to friendship and maybe love. Love. This correlates to friendship and love. For love, honestly, people mean what they say. But the thing is, feelings change. There are people who stays with you for the comfort and then just disappear out of your life. It's okay. You did your best. Just let it go and move on. Honestly, at the end of the day, holding on is much more painful than holding on. Letting go. I'm so sorry. In some cases, you should know when to walk away, when you put more effort than the other and you feel hurt more than happiness in your heart. Because if you're hurting every single day, it's not a healthy relationship. Even though walking away is hard and you feel guilty, you should realize that you come first. Number 9, don't change yourself for anyone. Honestly, just embrace who you are. Don't compromise yourself. Understand that not everyone will get you. You shouldn't feel that you should accommodate and change yourself for another person's ability to be comfortable around you. You're not meant to be a checklist where that person just checks off what they like about you. No, you're a person of your own. Honestly, when you find someone who accepts you for who you are and just embraces you, that person is more worth it than the other person who thinks this ideal version of you is better. Number 10. Oh my god, that's a lot. I learned a lot this year, guys. Listen to your intuition because often they are true. Okay, listen. Well, it's easier to have logic and reason doesn't mean that's the most effective, because you just know when a person isn't good for you, or when you go for this event or that, when your gut feeling is telling you it's bad and it's like warning you. It's not paranoia most of the time. It's actually really true. It's intuition. Everything inside of you is screaming that it's bad for you. Number 11, the last one. Always love yourself. Honestly, every one of us have their own insecurities. As I said, you know yourself more than anyone. With that, you know your flaws more than anyone. The flaws people don't see. Sometimes you can't really trust yourself. This flaw could look like this, but for you it's like this. When you do have those insecurities, as I said, reflect on yourself, what you've accomplished, how you are as a person, talk to your friends. I have my own insecurities. Maybe it's about my acting or my studies or my body, how I look. Who is there for you? Who is gonna love you if you're not gonna love yourself? Reflect on yourself, talk to yourself in the mirror, write it on your journal or just a piece of paper or make poetry. Be more expressive of who you are and just embrace all of you. Be proud of it, because you can't be someone who you are not just to please somebody else. It's not how life works. So let's recap. It has been a year. I got a lot of blessings. I got to do things I never thought I would be doing. Get into sections. For acting, I'm still acting, yay! I had my first movie premiere for the Bongsu story. I didn't go for the premiere though. I play as Kitty, one of the mean girls. I shall insert a clip here if I find one. It's a huge opportunity for Brunei. I'm glad to be a part of it. I also did a commercial for the first time this year for BrewPay. I'll give some clips.
No, it's problem. Cappuccino.
Oh, inspired. I got noticed like a few times. It's really, really weird. Hey, aren't you the BrewPay girl? I'm like, yeah. Oh, and I got an RBA commercial. Guys, it's for Tamburong. I went for a fitting. They provided clothes. They had a makeup person to make me up. That one was really, really great. And I got paid for that. I'll insert a clip here.
Skyscrapers, we've got those too.
And then for stage acting, oh my god. If you don't know me, I'm in a club in UBD and it's called Performing Arts Club. I've been in that club for like 2 years already, so 4 semesters. It's just where I nurtured my acting skills. I stopped acting for a while. That was really, really sad. But that's for another story. When I got to UBD, I restarted my acting. For this semester, I got to be the vice president. I got to be the acting coach, the head of makeup, costume. I'm also acting in it as a main bad character, which is really amazing. It's my first time being heavily included in the background process, making process of a play. The people behind it are so amazing, and the members themselves are so talented, nice, they're angels. It's so nice to have an opportunity to work with people like that. I also model. Yeah, I don't think I deserve that title yet. It's really, really heavy on my part. I'm trying to improve myself as a model. Real talk. I'm not that skinny, not that ideal body type. I'm not that tall. I'm not that certain size. My face, a lot of chubs that makeup cannot save. I'm really, really thankful that this industry accepts me for what I am. I know I'm on the heavier side, not good in all angles. I just love food too much, guys. I'm glad that people accepting who I am. And most of the time, the photographers I work with are so talented and they work so hard. Yeah, I'm just gonna give like a lot of the photo shoots I did here. I'm gonna credit all the photographers I worked with this year in the description. And also I got a music video. It's for Tropical Hornbill. things that it's more module, but like still. I also got to do things that I abandoned in 2016, which is my YouTube channel and also my comic book. It's like a comic character Twitter thing inspired by real life. I can't recall any other things that I did this year. Primarily, I know I'm a student. That's my first priority. Grateful that even though I'm a student, I get to do all this side activities for myself. That's the end of my 11 things I learned this year and also my self-reflection. Thank you. Happy New Year's, guys! It's 2019. I recorded this on the 26th of December. Yeah, comment down below what you learned this year if you want to share it, or just comment like, hi Mimi. And also, thank you for all the support from my friends and also people who don't know me but want to watch me. What? Thank you for watching.
Sometimes I say too much, sometimes I don't say much at all.